It's time to educate, here to communicate. Yes, it's our health at stake.
Hey guys!
My friends, don't be blinded.
Hey guys, so before I get into the video about crystals, I want to show you the shirt I'm wearing. It is one of my shirts, and all it is this beautiful picture of fruits and vegetables. And I love this right here, the pineapple. And then it says VictoriaRawVegan.com. And it is just beautiful. So I wanted to show you that. And this is available on my website, which will be linked down below. Okay, so now we're going to get into the video. Don't mind my rebounder bar behind me. At least we have beautiful Hector and beautiful Victor. I will turn them around so this is aesthetically pleasing. There we go. Okay, so, we're going to talk about crystals. A backstory on this is that whenever I was in college, I was probably a junior. I was trying to find myself. I was just getting into detoxification. I was looking into astrology and all of these kind of alternative, beliefs and sciences. And then I stumbled into crystals and learning how they emit different energies into wherever they're at. They all have different properties. And at first I didn't really know what to think of it, except that it immediately clicked with me that is so wonderful, Crystals, just like fruits and vegetables, come from the earth, right? And just like fruits or vegetables, they all have different properties that God ordained them to have. And so whether you believe in it or not, they're beautiful either way. And it's kind of like, let's say you have a huge rose quartz chunk in your living room. And if you don't know, rose quartz is the crystal of love. We're going to talk about that in a second. But, okay, so if someone has a big chunk of rose quartz in the living room, and if they don't believe in crystals, what can it hurt to possibly have that love energy just being evoked, right? But if you don't have the rose crystal, then you're flatlining. Then there's no chance ever of getting that love energy around in your house. Does that make sense? So whether you believe it or not, it's still pretty cool to have them around you, and I myself have them everywhere. I mostly have my collection of crystals on my bedside table, which I use as my altar. I know that word has a weird connotation. People think that I'm like a witch or something. No, it's just where I pray. So I have prayer cards and my rosary and crystals all around, and it's just where I choose to, kneel down and pray every morning. And so I call it my altar. If you can think of a different word for that, then let me know, because I admit the altar kind of makes me sound a little witchy, but that's not what it is at all. It's my prayer table. And I choose to put crystals there because they emanate these beautiful energies. And yeah, it's just beautiful. So we're going to get started. This is my favorite crystal that I own. This is amazonite, and I have other amazonites, but they're all one color, but this one came to me and it's duotoned. This part is light and this part is darker, and it's just beautiful. I love it. So I have my phone here, and we're going to be looking at properties. You can Google these all yourself, and there's a million different websites, but I'm going to save you some time here. And keep in mind that I handpicked these crystals to be the properties that I want around me at this time in my life. So amazonite is the stone of soothing and courage. It's considered a power stone. Amazonite is said to calm one's emotions and soothe nerves, and to enhance creativity and the ability to express oneself. The deeper the color of the amazonite, the more intense the effect is said to be. That's interesting. So half of this is more intense. Amazonite is said to alleviate muscle spasms and to help normalize calcium levels in the body. So that's another thing. Crystals also have healing properties in the body, like physically, and that's something that I find so fascinating. Amazonite is very soothing and calming. It accomplishes this by dispelling negative energy and allowing us to let go of sadness and grief. So that's another thing that I love about crystals, is that a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them absorb negative energy, and amazonite is one of them. So the next one we're going to talk about is the beloved rose quartz. So rose quartz is the crystal of love. There are others that are love crystals, but rose quartz is the king Mac Daddy. It's just beautiful. It's this light pink color, and just when you look at it, it just brings calm, and it brings just vibes around me that I just adore. So we're going to look this up, and keep in mind that I love, and if I could have a huge chunk of rose quartz about the size of my kitchen island, then I would. But if you can't have that, then you can have these little ones, right? And by the way, these crystals are not that expensive. I got all of these on Amazon for like $5, and you get a big pack of them. Some are more expensive than others. I know malachite is a little bit more expensive. That's one I forgot to bring out here, but yeah, like the basic ones like rose quartz, crystal, amethyst, they're all pretty cheap. Rose quartz is a gemstone known for bringing happiness to its owner, hence why it's such a popular choice. Rose quartz is also widely considered to heal negativity such as anger and resentment. The meaning of rose quartz is love. It's often referred to as a stone of universal love. Rose quartz crystals are known to bring trust and harmony into people's relationships and can help balance people's emotions. Rose quartz has properties that promote all types of love, including self-love, nurturing love, and romantic love. Additionally, they serve platonic love and the type of love you find between friends or siblings. So rose quartz is all about the love, baby, and that's what I'm about too. Next one we're going to talk about is amethyst. Now this is it's called a rough crystal. So these are all smooth and pretty because they've been tumbled to become smooth, but this is a rough one, and this is amethyst, and amethyst is just so wonderful. Oh my gosh, amethyst is one of my favorites. It's one of the most popular crystals. If you see people with a crystal necklace on, a lot of times it's amethyst, rose quartz, clear quartz, or I don't know, turquoise. I mean, those are like the main ones, right? Okay, amethyst is a meditative and calming stone which works in the emotional, spiritual, and physical planes to provide calm, balance, patience, and peace. Can I get an amen? Amethyst is beneficial when dealing with legal problems and money issues, which can lead to prosperity and abundance, though it is not the best known prosperity stone. So that's another thing. Different crystals are said to bring prosperity, and I think the best known prosperity stone is citrine. And I have some citrine stuff. I even have a big citrine pendant, and I love that. And it's like, why not? Why not have these things around you that can possibly build you up? You know what I'm saying? In the psychic and spiritual realms, ooh, don't get frightened by that, you guys. Let's have an open mind. Amethyst is an excellent all-purpose stone that can increase spirituality and enhance intuition and psychic powers of all kinds. It does this by making a clear connection between the earth plane and other planes and worlds. Amethyst is also excellent for meditation and lucid dreaming. It is used to open one's channels to telepathy, past life regression, clairaudience, clairvoyance, and communication with angels. Amethyst also protects against psychic attacks, especially during spiritual work. Amethyst is used in crystal healing to help heal personal losses and grief, bringing one gently past. Amethyst has a gently sedative energy that can promote peacefulness, happiness, and contentment. So I love amethyst, and mwah, love it so much. This one is just a basic quartz, and I'm not going to really get into quartz. There's a lot of different properties for it, but what I use it for specifically is it is said that quartz, clear quartz, amps up the energy of whatever crystal you put it around. So I always like just putting a clear quartz like right in the middle of some crystals to just kind of amp up the energy. So that's what I use it for. It's also beautiful and love. Now the last one that we're going to talk about, I have more crystals than this, but I really just wanted to talk about these because they're my favorites. And this one is last, but it is certainly not least. This is an Apache Tier. Now the backstory behind this is very fascinating, and it is one that I wish could be more popular. Because whenever you think about crystals, we're thinking about the basic ones. But there's also crystals that are very kind of hidden, you know? And I think that Apache Tier is one of them. I had never heard of this until I started researching this more lately. But basically, Apache Tiers heal grief. And this stone is actually a black obsidian. That's what it is. It's called an Apache Tier, but it's actually a black obsidian. So the purpose of this gemstone is to bring to light that which is hidden from the conscious mind. It dissolves suppressed negative patterns and purifies them. So basically the backstory is this, is that the Apache tribe, I'm not sure what year this happened, but basically I think 50 of the 75 Apaches in this tribe during a battle were killed, okay? And it is said that the Apache women, the wives of these men that were killed, were so sad that they just cried and cried and cried and cried. And so it is said that they cried every tear they ever could. So if you own an Apache Tier, it's said that you'll never cry again because the Apache women already cried all the tears for you. So that's why they call them Apache Tiers. So they absorb negative energy, and they're just a really good stone for sorrow and for just making all of that better, and for, like I said, bringing luck to whoever has these. So I can dig that, and yeah, so I wanted to tell you guys about my little crystals. And I gotta go now, but if you want to know more about more crystals that I have, let me know in the comments below. I can go through each one that I have, anything you guys want. So if you want more videos on crystals, let me know. But until then, click like and subscribe. Check out my website for this amazing shirts. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.